Hey yo, what up, y'all? It's your man damednydc, host of the Two Mics Up podcast, season 3, live in effect, straight from the DMV. All right, so before I get into today's uh great story, I mean we got two things going on that's really amazing today. First, I want to take a second to kind of mention and address some of the emails, comments, and things I've been getting. Everybody's like, "Oh, where's Lise at? What's up with Lise?" First of all, Lise is doing well, but sometimes in life we all are dealing with things that just require some time away. But please keep Lisa in your prayers. Uh, Keep her uplifted and in good spirits. And just know that at some time in the near future, Lisa will be back here rocking in her seat as co host of Two Mics Up. But in the interim, because sometimes you just can't ride solo dolo and you need that fresh voice, you need that fresh perspective. I got a new member of the family. You've seen her here before. She's been on the show. She was a season 1 guest. Great show. If you haven't, take a minute, go back into the catalog, check it out. I'm going to go ahead and bring her into the studio. I'm going to let this sister, Melissa, what's happening, sis? Take a second, reintroduce yourself to everybody, our audience and our listeners. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hey, 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 what up, good folks? I am Melissa Mallory, founder and CEO of BeUnlimited, a nonprofit youth organization in Prince George's County, Maryland. I'm also a mom of 2 beautiful, active young kids and a wife of an amazing husband who helps me juggle it all. I am excited and honored to be a guest co host here on Two Mics Up, and even more excited about meeting some amazing people this season.
Well, look, talk about amazing. First of all, she's amazing. Go back, listen.
I am.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, right. Real talk, real talk. But what's even more amazing, had some time to sit with Melissa. We sat down, kind of going through the season, things that we had scheduled coming up. And today's guest, when we were just talking about, she was like, "Wait, hey, I know this story. I know, right? I know these guys."
That's
And,
it.
I love when someone else has an energy and a love and a passion about others in our community that are doing great things to keep our communities motivated and moving
Yes.
forward. And it's just positive, just straight positivity.
Yes.
So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring to you all 2 amazing gentlemen. I love the story because they've been rocking for a while. But before we even get into all of that, I want to introduce to you Jonathan Escueta and his his I want to say his cohort, but his buddy, his friend, because this is really his buddy and his friend, y'all. And you're gonna understand why. Jerry Jones. And before we get into this, gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and put my seatbelt on. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the big screen. And could you just take a moment to introduce yourselves to us in your audience and just give us a little background about yourself?
Hello, my name is Jerry Jones. I'm barber manager here at City Cuts Barbershop. I reside in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, originally from Allentown, Pennsylvania. 33 years old, and we just, you
I'm John. I'm Jonathan Escueta. Originally from the Philippines, moved to the United States when I was 8 years old. Met Jerry when we were out 4th grade, and we've been together ever since. So here we are.
Well, I love the fact that the way you can tell these two have been around each other close because one defaults to the other, the one gives the other one the head nod, and
know.
those are just cues that, yeah, man, look, I'm done. You take it, you take it. So with that though, I have to ask. You guys go way back, and in that history of you guys coming up, how did you guys really get to meet each other, and how did that friendship develop to where it is where you are now? I mean, you're probably almost like family at this
Oh,
point. So
yep.
how did that evolve?
Well, I moved to Center City, Allentown, where he was at in fourth grade, middle of fourth grade, and he was in my class, and I actually used to copy off his paper. So we became friends at recess, and we started playing basketball. He was teaching me how to play basketball, and then it just didn't stop from there. Walked home from school, went to school together from all the way from fourth grade all the way graduating 2005.
That's
So,
what's up.
Wow, wow,
yep.
wow. And I want to mention, uh, and I don't think not like some of you who are streaming this. You should take a second to go over to our YouTube channel because one of the things that I'm proud of doing this show is we're able to see all nationalities and all shades of black and brown. You know, and the interesting part too here is, Jonathan being from the Philippines. I know it has to be a different challenge. Melissa, you may have experienced with your family when they transitioned over. She's being from Haiti, and my family coming over from Puerto Rico and things of that nature. So, Jerry, what was it? I mean, Jonathan, what was it like for you early on? That experience in transitioning here to America from the Philippines.
Being 8 years old, it wasn't as smooth as others would have experienced. Obviously, English being my second language was the toughest part. Kids couldn't understand you. You couldn't understand what they were saying to you. Playing wise, being in recess, it wasn't that hard,
Hmm.
but the communication part of it was definitely difficult. So I had to kind of take a back seat and kind of just watch from a distance to see how everybody else was playing or moving around. And I just kind of picked it up from there. Being a kid is you're resilient to things, so you learn a lot
Hmm.
quicker than adults.
Right.
So I had my first milkshake, from McDonald's, and I thought I was the best thing ever. I never had anything like that. So when my uncle took me, I was just like, man, this is America.
This is America. That's it.
That's it.
Milkshake.
Isn't it amazing what kids think though when you're that young? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
not to say that you made it, but like, man, this right here is it.
Right.
This is everything. And to continue just that, right? Um, your background's being so diverse,
Right.
and different challenges. Jerry, you understand. Just the color of your skin alone, makes it difficult. And then Jonathan coming over, not only the language barrier, but then too, I'm interested to know one for our listeners. Have you experienced some of the inequalities or injustices here in America based on the color of your skin?
Oh, for sure. Yes, for sure. And especially like in Kutztown,
Mm,
it's an old school town, old school
mm,
town. So you
mm,
might see a Lamborghini go down the street, and then you'll see a horse and buggy right behind
Oh wow.
mm, mm,
it. Yeah, so it's very diverse. Like we've been here, John been here since for like 15 years now,
mm.
and then even back in Allentown, we still go through it, but it's not as much. Once we make people smile.
Yeah,
When I
yeah,
smile at you, you have no other choice
right,
but to smile back. That's just it.
right. That I mean that's dope, and I just had to ask that. And I'm sorry, Melissa. I'm just going to jump real quick. So, how does those backgrounds and all of that motivate and challenge you then to do what you've done as barbers and the program itself? Like, how did all of that motivate you to do all of that?
Well, I mean, obviously, growing up, coming from a different country, it was definitely difficult that people don't see you as the same. They might,
Mm,
look at you like, oh, you're different.
mm,
I'm definitely different. Kids that I was growing up with thought I was Chinese.
mm.
They ain't learned that, there's other countries in Asia.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I
Yeah,
know that.
right. So there were so many different, like I was getting made fun of from all different types of races, as
Mm,
far as black, Spanish, white, everybody. We just didn't understand. So
right,
as a kid, you kind of take that personal. But when you do
Yeah.
grow up and understand, like it's not their fault, they're not being taught this.
right.
You can't take it away from them. But at the same time, it's like we need to be out there more and educating on, certain qualities of people rather than just the color of their skin or how they look first and
Man,
foremost. And
well
I
said.
wanted, to make a difference in all these kids' lives. That's why we deal with kids more rather than adults, because
Mm,
kids can't lie to you.
mm,
Adults know how to lie to you, but kids for sure is just like they're gonna tell
They're
you
gonna
what it
keep it
is,
real. Yep.
and
man.
And I love that more than anything in the world, because if I can make a kid smile, then I know I can get through to them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. And on
That's
top of that, to speak on the race differences, our barbershop, we have 6 barbers here,
okay.
and all of them are all of different race. So John's
That's what's up.
I love it.
African American. We have Gio, he's Guatemalan. We've got Chris, he's Italian and
I
German.
love it.
We have Luke, he's Irish, and then we have Rudy, he's Haitian. So
Wow. That's what's up, though. That's beautiful, man. I mean, a United Nations there.
Yeah.
That's what's
Was that
up.
on purpose though? Like the
it
different.
just happened that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
One at a time, we came together.
Yeah.
Me and him been together, but
Right.
they just clicked, and that's our team.
That's
And
what's
then
up.
where we're coming from in Kutztown is, predominantly, white people around, you know what I mean? So it's cool. So that when they get to see something different, they see
Yeah.
me first, I'm smiling. They're like, oh, this is not, what I thought it would be. And then they
Right.
see the next guy, white guy, and they're like, oh, Asian.
Yeah.
So
We are the United States of America in a
Yeah.
barbershop.
we turn it up.
Yeah, literally, and that's what's dope about it, though, and that's why I said, like, reading the story, and that's why I was so glad, my wife was doing the research, and as I dug in more to really see the whole conglomerate, the whole team, I thought it was really important, and I was glad to have both you and Jerry on to really speak to that, because I think we need to see more of this,
Right.
because America, although we're divided, we're really not that much. We're not that different.
No.
And I thought this was really great for you guys to come on and talk about that.
Appreciate that.
So how'd you guys start your journey in becoming barbers? Like how did that happen?
For me, I was a senior in high school, and I knew college wasn't the route for me, just like other people were, that was their thing. For me, it was just I hated doing research papers or just being in class, and learning that way wasn't for me. I knew that from the get go. I'd rather be hands on and learning as much as I can with somebody rather than through a textbooks.
Right.
So I picked up. I apprenticed under a barber teacher in Allentown named Mr. Clyde, and a year later I opened up the barbershop here in Kutztown. And I was trying to get Jerry involved with me because I knew barbering was just like a freedom of choice to make up your own hours. You don't have to work under anybody. You just deal with clients rather than being a 9 to 5 and going to work and not really liking what you're doing. So that part of it was just pretty simple to me, and I was just trying to put them on and be like, yo, this is the way of life, man, and hopefully I can teach you and we can do this together.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And for me, I worked every job in the world. You name it. I've done warehouses, readers, like everywhere. So John took me, I remember it was 2007. He said, I'm coming to get you. It was a Sunday, I believe. And he's like, we're going to Sally's. Bring $500. I'm like, all right, cool. So I went out and I bought my first set of clippers. And he's like, I'm going to teach you how to cut hair, just to give you like another avenue, so you don't have to keep doing this job to job thing. And then that was it. I still have those 3 clippers in my station. But I was in and out. I didn't take it serious. I put it as like a side job. And then I actually didn't start taking barbering serious until about 2015. So I bought my clippers in 2007, and I didn't really get busy until 2015.
Wow.
Why? What took you so long?
Oh man, my brain was scattered. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I was like, am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? I was just trying to find myself at the time.
I get it.
In high school, it was rough. I started, running off streets, and then, came back, and it was tough, but, we made it here. John pulled me out the mud, so
I love it. And
Yeah,
you came back. You
and
came
came back.
That's
That's
right.
That's right. Always.
That's what's up, yo. And I just love stories like that. You always you're blessed to have one friend in life. And when I say one real friend, and your story, really exemplifies that, because he never turned his back on you per se. Even when you were going through your darkest patch, and at that point in time, he was always there for you. And if you have one that'll do that for you, it's amazing. And I hope people really walk away and understand. You don't have to be liked by everybody, but if you're loved by one, that means the greatest thing in the world.
I actually came back to the barbershop 2013, and he fired me. But it was no beef.
That's
It was
a
all
friend.
business. It was all business, and I understand
Right.
because I was working like 3 different jobs, so I would have to come in, take a nap before cutting hair, leave early. He was like, "Yo, bro, we
This ain't
we
working.
can't have this.
Yeah.
When you're ready and focused on one thing, you come back." And that's what I
Right.
did.
And that's love right there. For
That's a
real.
Yep.
real friend, though, right?
We
You
Yeah.
never
know,
had no
there's no
drama.
filter. You tell the
Can't think of
truth.
one thing.
I mean,
Mhm.
it's just you know, when you really care for somebody, you know, per se, is you really kind of just wanted them to see them succeed as much as you can.
Yeah.
So I don't have many friends that I would call my brother, and he's definitely one of them. And
Right.
like I said, we've been together ever since we was fourth grade. So for me to kind of just turn my back on him is like, that's not the way to do things. You know, I'm gonna
Right.
keep trying, obviously, but once you pull your weight, then obviously we're gonna get to where we need to go.
Right.
So he understood that part of it, and now it's just like, man, what's the next step
Mhm.
for us to take it to the next level?
Yeah.
You know what's
And-
crazy? I
what's that?
actually took him to his first barbershop.
What?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he used to go to like holiday hair. I was like, nah, bro. So I took him to his first barbershop, and then he brought me into his barbershop.
Gave me the first city cuts experience. You know?
That's what's up.
Right.
That's what's up, man. I love it. Well, but Melissa, I'm pretty sure you have another question. I see you darting. Well, you got another question for?
I'm good. I do, but it's good. Well, I really want to know
Mhm.
so I'm an educator, right? My nonprofit speaks exactly about what you're doing, Jonathan. Like if college ain't for you, then let's talk about what is for you and let's figure out what you're gonna do after high school. So I really want to kind of tap into your Books by Kids program. What is it? Explain to our listeners what it is, and your inspiration behind it.
Well, it's pretty much it's very simple. We get a kid, you know, we ask them, would you like to get paid today? You know, simple as that. You know, most of them will say yes. All right, here's a book. All you gotta do is just read to us. You know, like on a one-on-one thing. And if they're shy to read, then we start asking them questions about it. You know, how many pages are in the book? What characters are in the book? Who? What colors? Just simple stuff to get a conversation going. And then once that starts, they're comfortable enough to kind of just tell us like, oh, this is what's going on in the book. Even if they can't read, we try to get like a 2 years old or 3 years old, you know, just to get them to speak up to us.
Interaction.
You know, rather than just sitting there and just being quiet for 20, 30 minutes.
Right.
It started from when I was coaching basketball. I was coaching 7th and 8th graders, and they were so afraid to communicate with each other on the basketball court. But off the court, they're best of friends, laughing, giggling, all that type of stuff. And I'm like, why can't you guys do that on the court? Which was, I found out, was they were scared to tell each other what to do, like hold each other accountable. You know, as far as friends, you don't want to tell your friend what to do, and he look at you like, I'm not listening. You're not my coach.
Wow.
Right.
So that where it kind of started. Well, we forced one of our players to speak up like a mini coach. So we told him, this is the game plan for today. You have to relay it to your teammates. And one by one, they started improving, you know, and not taking that so personal. Like we have a business to handle. We got a game to play. Let's do that. So I figured if at a younger age they can start, you know, speaking up, why can't I start that in the barbershop? So that's when I, you know, got the idea of, you know, with the books, you know, obviously you're not gonna have kids in here speaking up to everybody. That's
Right.
just doesn't go well. But as far as reading to your barber and as an adult, you know, that'll kind of translate a little bit easier for them. So that's when it kind of just took off from us.
Wow. I love that. I love that story. I love it.
So what's your mission? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Jerry.
no.
Well, we grew up in the city, right? So the barbershops that we went to, it was just like, sit down. What kind of hair? First of all, you had to pay attention because they'll skip you all day. You'll be there all day.
Wow.
So the communication wasn't there. And then you sit down in the chair. They say, "What kind of haircut do you want? How much you tipping?" And then that was the conversation.
Right.
So like we wanted to change that. You know what I mean? When you have that opportunity to be with a person, an individual, not just a kid. You know, we have some clients that are 93, 94 years old.
Oh wow.
So I want to learn everything. For now, it's reverse. I'm Books by Kids is on me. You know what I mean? So we try to talk and interact with everyone that we get a chance to because you know you never know. we have clients that come and go all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was a great thing when John brought it up. I was like, man, that's a good idea because they never did that in our city.
Right.
You know? And I love talking to kids. You know, they, like John said, they're the most honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we bust it up and then we turn it into an education, and they don't even know it because they think they're just getting paid. And like, even if the money, like some of them are too young to know about money. So like, how about a lollipop, you know, or a airhead, a piece of candy. And if you read this page for me, all right, cool. And then guess what? You get $3 with it. I get $3.
Right.
Like,
Right.
so just to see that excitement from them is just it's nothing like it.
I love it, man. I do.
So, what is your mission behind the or for the Books by Kids program?
Books by Kids program. We just want kids to be able to speak up. They have as kids you have great ideas, and sometimes you don't want to speak up on them because you're afraid of what adults, especially adults, are thinking about it. And we just want other kids to not be shy to talk to anybody. And I was a very shy kid, growing up. Obviously, me not learning English right away, that had a lot to do with it, and getting made fun of for speaking a certain way or having an accent. Those things kind of take an effect. So we embrace that in the barbershop. Man, if you're different, that's cool. We don't want you to be just like everybody else. We want you to be you.
Right.
Because everybody else is taken. Why not just be you?
That's a real good point. That's real right there. That's a good point.
That's it.
So why don't you just be you? Because it's tough to be somebody else that you're not. It's very tough. And we kind of all go through that confidence thing that it's an everyday battle.
Yeah.
So if you hear more people talk about it, man, just be you and show up to whatever life has to offer.
Yeah.
And
I
just
love
take
that.
advantage of it.
I like that a lot.
For sure.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll add on to the mission. Hopefully, other barbershops and salons, are not just, that has to do in the hair industry. Anyone that comes in contact with a kid, for a certain amount of time, we just hope that they embrace that program. Not even just the program, just the interaction.
Or something like that.
You know what I mean? Just to get the kids talking, because that goes further than just being in the barbershop reading a book, getting $3.
Yeah.
They get to school where they start talking. We give them T-shirts too, so they go and they're like, "Oh, he got a City Cuts T-shirt. I don't know him, but we got common. Who's your barber?" You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
It starts from there, and then it starts at home, and not just the kids, the parents.
Yeah.
The parents feed off of it as well. They see their kid never before was reading, and not to a black man at that. So they see that and they're learning from it, and they're like, "Oh, this is good. This is okay." We might have made their day as well. It's not just the kids; it's the whole environment.
Yeah.
Man, listen. If anybody, wherever you are today or in your space, and you're just joining in and you're catching these gems here at this point of the show, I'm going to challenge you to go back to the beginning and listen, because these two gentlemen dropped some gems, some nuggets that are really powerful and really important, and really at the core of the community, and what we, and I'm not going to speak for everyone, but what I would like moving forward to see in our communities. They are true United Nations, and they're really giving back from their heart. So at this point, I'm just going to ask everybody, stay tuned. I'm going to have to take a pause for the calls. Going to go ahead and jump in and let our sponsors, thank our sponsors who are helping Two Mics Up continue to use our platform to bring such great messages like we are talking about today. So stay tuned. Be right back after the break.
chair for that.
Yo, so what's up, everybody? We're back off the break. Your man Dave, the NYDC, newest member to the family, love of Melissa Mallory, and we are here in the second segment with John Escueta and Jerry Jones of City Cuts Barbershop, Kutztown, or is it Kutztown, PA. I just have to ask, gentlemen, and I'm gonna start, John. When you started the program, did you find any pushback or any hesitancy from maybe members of the community when you first initially rolled out, books for kids?
Actually, it was the opposite.
Wow. Okay.
Our local library donated our first set of books here.
Wow.
Yep. And then I started a little fundraiser with like a box of chocolate candy from like Walmart or something. Obviously to get it started. They loved it. The parents that was coming in were loving it right then and there. Like, oh, these kids are encouraging, our little boys and girls to kind of read in front of others, which was cool at first. They was just ecstatic that somebody in their community was trying to embrace something like that. So we got started with the parents, and then from then on, it just moved from like libraries to other schools, and it kind of just taken off from locally here.
Right.
And it's been trying to do it, bigger and better ever since. So as much as we can, spread the word, with your help, obviously, and in our local community, and we're just trying to spread the word.
That's what's
So I heard you mention that you get your books. It started off with a library. How else do you get your books? Where do you get your books from?
Oh man,
we got teachers bringing. Once the family started seeing the program kind of rolling, they started donating books. Like, we were actually on vacation, and then it went viral. So then when we got back from vacation, we were just getting donated mail boxes of books.
What?
From all over.
What?
Like,
wow.
Everywhere from New Zealand all the way California,
India, Brazil, Europe.
I love that.
Wow.
And then it got almost overwhelming. We were like the new library. And then Barnes and Nobles did what do they call it?
Like a holiday drive for us.
Yeah, they did a book drive for us. Yep. So then they were donating brand new boxes, like at least 10 to 12 boxes of books every week.
Wow.
Yeah, we had so much, we had no room to put it in, so we had to donate it back to the library and to our local like daycare. Anywhere we can, we're trying to just give it back to them because they have the kids in there.
Right.
Where the kids were.
So do the kids get to keep the books? Those who come to the shop while they're reading
please.
it?
You're right. You guys are running out of room.
Sometimes there's like, there's a daughter here or a sister here watching her brother get a haircut. So they like to stand right next to their brother or whatever. So we'll tell them, hey, you can make $3 too. You don't have to be just getting a haircut to make $3.
Oh wow!
Just to get that interaction, and
right.
Especially with little girls, with men, the communication, it's right away off guard. So we're like, you can earn some money too. Help your brother read this book, or you show me what this is saying right here. What is this? She could say 5 words. Boom! She just made $3 and got
wow.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's not just the little boys; it's everybody in the barbershop.
We just want them to put that effort in, initially, whatever it is. Even if you're trying to just, like I said, tell a story about, what's going on in the book. What number is it, or what colors are these characters? Just that interaction alone, because I know from then on that we can improve on that.
Yeah.
So we try to target the shyest kids possible, because then those are the ones that are harder to reach.
I think that age group is like between, I want to say like 7 and 12. They're more shy. Like the older they are, the more shy they are to speak around the barbershop. When they're kids, they're like, let's go. We have kids that come in and bring their own book to read.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Multiple times they've been, getting paid, and cool. We like that.
That's fine.
Right.
Keep coming.
We got a lot of money for you, so.
And that's what, but that comes though too. So these are some kids that have kind of experienced it already and really enjoy it and really want to come and share with their barber, like that connection, and kind of like showing them, hey, look. Yeah, exactly.
It's been years, and a lot of them, they've been part of the program for years already, and they started in like 3rd or 4th grade, and they're in 6th, 7th, and still reading.
Wow.
So we just want to keep it going. As long as you want to keep reading, And hopefully we'll get one of these adults to read a book in front of us.
Hey, why not? Hey, let's put
Why
that out
not?
there. Let's start the challenge today. Let's start it. Come on, adults. Let's start this challenge today, man, for real.
But they gotta pay us $3.
Yeah, hey, there you I love it.
I have a question though. In your perspective, both of you guys' perspective, what role do you see the barbershop and the impact it's making in the community?
I think it's very big. Like our barbershop. We can't speak for everybody else, but our barbershop, we're so diverse in here, and all we want to do is make you smile. And from that smile, when you walk out this door, that'll continue throughout the day. So you might smile at somebody else, and then hopefully it's like a ripple effect. We just want you to build your confidence from within, obviously with a haircut, and then continue that from your day and on. We see you every 2 weeks or so, and hopefully that feeling stays with you when you come back.
Right.
When you come into the barbershop, it's very warm welcome, and I'm the first guy you're gonna see, so I'm smiling at you right away. Hey, what's up, boss man? Hey, boss lady. Right away I'm gonna give you that energy, and then it goes on to the next chair, and then the next chair. Then everyone says what's up, fist pumps. Like, it's just very warm and welcoming in this small town. You know what I mean? 2 city guys come up here. Well, John started it, but they see us and they're like, wow, all these guys come from all different backgrounds, and they just mesh together, and it's all love.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine.
And us being so different from one another, we kind of play off of that. We kind of play off of what kind of cultural thing, different foods that we try to eat, or we experience different things from different cultures. I never been to to his house when we were kids, and then once I knew exactly what he was kind of growing up with, and then I introduced him to mine, like he was eating rice with salt, white rice with salt. I never seen that. Sometimes soy sauce. I'm like, what's going on?
I'm used to spit. Back in the day, it was Spam, maybe a bread sandwich. You know what I mean? So here, I'm like, what you got? He said, we got rice.
We got white rice all the time. So whatever on it, and just eat it. I've never seen that.
I love it, man, and that's the beauty. When you can have 2 diverse individuals, totally different cultures and backgrounds, come together and really uplift each other. Because it sounds like at the end of the day, you guys have fun with it, and you have fun with each other. And this is really what I hope people really walk away with inside. It's not really outside. This is really inside the story of how you guys built your family and really brought together this program. And man, I'm fascinated. I love it. I know you guys probably have stories upon stories. Okay, yeah. Jerry, this is looking at Jerry's face like, bro, you don't even know.
I made him eat an octopus one time, and that's the first time he ever had it, and it got stuck in his throat.
I told him I didn't want to eat it. The suction pads just got stuck to my throat. I swear that's what happened. Talking about Kool-Aid.
Yeah. You got to make it like syrup. You got to have more than enough sugar.
Cups of sugar.
Yeah. That's great, guys. Hey, look. So, as we get ready to come to the end and close out this great show, I have to ask, with everything that you're doing, because listening to it, it sounds like your story has reached almost on a global platform. Which, first of all, kudos to both of you. You should be applauded and commended for the work that you're doing. But I want to ask, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, where do you see both the program and the barbershop itself? Like, is there room for expansion? You have other ideas in mind? Like, where do you see it in the next couple of years?
Go ahead.
Well, for me, I think that next 3 years, hopefully a lot of people adopted the program. Like I said, other barbershop, other salons, spread the word. Maybe we can get another City Cuts 2 in a different area, so that people that love it, that aren't close to us, can make it and get the same environment. You know what I mean? We're just gonna keep the ball rolling, make that snowball grow.
I love it.
we can't stop. Like Bob Marley said, the people who are trying to make this world worse, they don't take a day off. So watch what we.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's facts right
Facts.
there. Facts
Give
right
me
there.
facts.
Uh-huh.
And we try with other barbershops, and sometimes it's not their thing to kind of adopt the program, which is totally fine. But we encourage them, start something that's to your liking. Whatever you guys are comfortable with using, use that. You don't have to be, the Book Spot Kids. It could be something else.
Right.
But we just want you to impact your community, because obviously we can't be, we're only one person here.
Right.
We can't go, somebody in California and do that too. So we want them to do that. This is I heard a quote the other day, said, "Steal shamelessly." What I got from that was, he said, if somebody has a good idea, please take that, and make it a version of your own. And why not do that with everything else that we can do it too?
That's right.
So I'm hoping just more people would just, like, if they're inspired by this story, do something on your own that you like or that you're comfortable with, and hopefully make it grow and hopefully make that impact in your community.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, even like John said, it doesn't have to be reading books. Sometimes I like working out. So another thing we did was called Push for a Buck, right?
Okay.
So I have kids do, how many push-ups can you do? Because, we're hyping them up the whole time they're here. How many push-ups can you do? If you could do, if they get down and try to do some push-ups, they get $1. You know what I mean? So that's another thing that, people could pick up on and just run with. It doesn't have to be with books. It's just the interaction, building with people, just trying to make them be the best version of themselves.
I'm speechless. I'm not even gonna. I'm speechless. Uh, uh, Inside my mind, my smile is bigger than what's on my face. Only because it's very rare. And Melissa, excuse me for 1 second, because one of my pet peeves or things that I've complained about on this show is that we don't have enough men out here in the forefront that get enough credit for things such as this. And as a man of color, I am extremely proud and honored to be able to have you gentlemen on, share some laughs, some jokes, but in all seriousness, have you brought to the forefront on our platform so that others can see that we do have men in our community that are leaders, that are committed to making things better and not the narrative that we see on TV and in the news. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to say thank you both for taking time to sit here and share your story with us. And Melissa, I'm gonna pass to you, sis. Any thoughts, anything about today's show, sis?
Listen, these men are pulling at my heartstrings. You hear me? I've been in youth development for over 20 years. Worked in group homes, youth. Working with you, that's my passion. That's my purpose, right? So when I hear others are doing the same, and like Damon said, you be getting it from a men perspective, like this industry or this youth development teacher, whatever it is. You usually see a lot of women, right? But it makes a big difference when that man can step up, and especially giving the tools to our kids. I tell everyone I can talk to that at some point we're going to get old, right? So we need our younger generation to be able to take care of us, whether they're going to be our teachers, our police officers, our president. We need to prepare them. So why not? And it's not just in schools, it's at the barbershop, it's at the grocery store, it's at home, it's with friends, So my hats off to you guys. You guys are doing pretty amazing work.
Thank you very much, man. We appreciate it.
You guys.
Well, thank you guys. Before we go, I want to allow you, if you can, take a moment, share, any social media information, any web information. I was going to say, have people send books to donate.
Listen, that's a good problem to have, though.
And I don't want to inundate you with any more. But if people, and I'm just thinking outside the box, if people wanted to donate or support, share any information that we and outside of Kutztown can help you, and where they can find you guys at online.
The easiest way to lend your support is on citycutsbarbershop.com. We have the donate page strictly for the kids there. It's called Bucks by Kids on a GoFundMe. And you can reach us on our Instagram or on our website, man. Pretty much just citycutsbarbershop.com. And any help and support is greatly appreciated. We wouldn't be able to do these things without the support of everyone that, gave, $1 or $20 or $30 or $40, whatever the amount is. is going towards the kids anyway. So
Right.
we appreciate that, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys, man, so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. But moving forward into the holiday season's coming up, and things of that nature, uh, please find it in your heart to give and to support these two gentlemen and what they're doing. Like I said, I'm blown away. I want to continue to support their movement and their efforts. Before we finalize and go into our Christmas promo, though, Melissa, I do want to also allow you, sis, being being a new member of the family, what's going on with you and Be Unlimited? What do you guys have coming up? Take a few minutes to share where our audience can find you at, and follow along with what's going on with Be Unlimited.
Yes, sir. So we've opened up or started our registration or enrollment for our fall cohort, 7th, 8th, and 9th graders. It is a free program because we're a nonprofit. We help with financial literacy, college and career prep, mental health awareness. We provide the practice skills to help balance their mental health. We're also looking for youth mentors and board members as well. They can find us on www.beunlmtd.org. And again, that's beunlimited.org. And that's where we are right now. We have some other events coming up later, but they'll find out on the website too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here today. Two great organizations to go out and support. Two amazing things going on in our communities, not only locally but abroad. And I mentioned Christmas because, like I said, Christmas is around the corner. Here on Two Mics Up, we're putting together 12 days of Christmas. And what we're looking to do, you can register for a small fee. For $15, you can go ahead and register. We'll run promos, commercials, and we'll allow you 10 minutes on a live segment Thursday night. It'll run for 1 month. We're going to take 24 vendors, and we're going to give you an opportunity to do your best to promote and sell products right here on Two Mics Up. We're all about supporting businesses. We want to go ahead and help those find that sometimes you're looking just for that gift for someone special. And we want to go ahead and give you an opportunity to do that here with us on Two Mics Up. So check out the commercial, and you can follow us online to get more information about registering. But I'll be right back with more.
The leftover.
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you can go ahead and get more information about 12 Days of Christmas by visiting www.twomicsup.com. Like we always do, follow us across social media: IG, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Two Mics Up. And if you're watching this, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down at the bottom. Don't forget to hit the bell over there on the side so that you can be notified about all the newest content coming from Two Mics Up. While you're at it, give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment. We want to know what you feel. Hey, I like constructive criticism. Hey, if what we're doing you don't like, let us know. Talk to me. That's what I'm here for. Like we always do at this time, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, stay blessed. Mics out.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Deuces.